that dreams can become realities.
Bite my time, wearing a warning sign. Wait till the world is mine. You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run this town.
Johnny Gargano against Adam Cole. The winner will walk into the history books as the new NXT champion.
NXT TakeOver New York. Streaming live on WWE Network. Tonight, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
It is here that dreams can become realities.
Bite my time, wearing a warning sign. Wait till the world is mine. You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run this town.
Johnny Gargano against Adam Cole. The winner will walk into the history books as the new NXT champion.
NXT TakeOver New York. Streaming live on WWE Network. Tonight, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
It is here that dreams can become realities.
Bite my time, wearing a warning sign. Wait till the world is mine. You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run this town.
Johnny Gargano against Adam Cole. The winner will walk into the history books as the new NXT champion.
NXT TakeOver New York. Streaming live on WWE Network. Tonight, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
It is here that dreams can become realities.
Bite my time, wearing a warning sign. Wait till the world is mine. You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run this town.
Johnny Gargano against Adam Cole. The winner will walk into the history books as the new NXT champion.
NXT TakeOver New York. Streaming live on WWE Network. Tonight, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
It is here that dreams can become realities.
Bite my time, wearing a warning sign.
And now, WWE 2K19 $1 Million Challenge presents NXT TakeOver New York pre-show.
NXT Universe, we are kicking off WrestleMania weekend the best way we know how, and that is right back here in Brooklyn, New York for a takeover event that is sure to blow the roof off of a sold-out Barclays Center where the doors just opened. It's a place that holds so much history for NXT, and with 5 titles on the line, the action tonight promises to be next level ahead of WrestleMania. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NXT TakeOver New York pre-show. I'm your host, Charlie Caruso. So excited to be here on WrestleMania weekend. I'm even more excited to be joined by my favorite crew of panelists. So let's get this thing going. Introducing first, he is one half of the Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show, the last professional broadcaster, Sam Roberts.
You're not the only excited one, Charlie. This is it. We're finally here, WrestleMania weekend, and we're starting it with NXT TakeOver. We're having our dessert first.
Absolutely, the biggest weekend of the year. Now, we can't forget this guy over here. He has so many titles, we can't even mention them all because we don't have time. He's a small business owner,
check,
football commentator,
check,
former NFL All-Pro.
Check.
He lived in an RV for the past week.
Yikes.
Pat McAfee.
Charlie, thank you so much for that incredible introduction. Sam, we all know that you look like a guy that if Jesus walked out of the cave and saw you first, he would have turned around and went back in like Punxsutawney Phil saw his groundhog, saw his shadow. I am so excited to be here in New York. It's going to be a magical evening tonight with TakeOver. And as always, the roster from top to bottom is going to steal the weekend. I can't wait for the Barclays Center tonight.
I'm glad you wrote for this show, Pat.
Well, from an RV to New York City, I mean, WrestleMania in the Big Apple. It does not get any bigger than this.
It doesn't. You know, you hear about WWE taking cities over for WrestleMania all the time, but New York City is no joke. 5 boroughs, and they're all buzzing with WrestleMania weekend. And it all starts tonight, doesn't it, Charlie?
Absolutely. It starts tonight, and there is so much action. NXT TakeOver New York is going to be a barn burner. There's only one place to get all of the action. That's on the WWE Network. So head on over to WWENetwork.com, sign up, and start your free trial, because not only are you going to get NXT TakeOver tonight, on Sunday, it is the show of shows, WrestleMania, coming to you live from MetLife Stadium, free for new subscribers. And tonight we have a stacked card. It will be a Game of Thrones when the War Raiders defend the NXT Tag Team crowns against Aleister Black and Ricochet.
All of the championships are on the line tonight, including the NXT North American Championship, as the Velveteen Dream defends against the man who looks to make his mark in New York, Matt Riddle.
Also this evening, the match that Europe's been waiting for and the world gets to see at NXT TakeOver New York. The WWE United Kingdom champion Pete Dunne will take on Walter.
Shayna Baszler has her greatest challenge in front of her. Tonight, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's 3 challengers for the NXT Women's Championship. Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, and Shayna Baszler. Fatal 4-Way Women's Championship is on the line.
That is going to be incredible, Sam. And tonight, our main event, Tommaso Ciampa and Goldie split up, and there has to be a new king of NXT. In a 2 out of 3 falls match, Johnny Gargano will take on the Undisputed Era's Adam Cole, baby.
Well, I can hear the excitement in both of your voices. I want to hear the excitement straight from the NXT universe, so let's head on over to Sarah Schreiber, who's standing by with everybody here for the NXT TakeOver action.
We are kicking off the biggest weekend of the year right here at the Barclays Center, NXT TakeOver New York. As you can see it, the NXT universe is energized. They're excited. So much action going down tonight in front of a sold-out crowd. Over 13,000 people to see 5 titles on the line. Let's let them inside, because we have so much more action coming from the NXT TakeOver pre-show, like the WWE 2K $19 million challenge.
And tonight is the culmination of the WWE 2K19 $1 Million Challenge. Players from all over the world competed in one of the game's ultra-difficult AJ Styles $1 Million Tower mode, but only one could make it to the final. So tonight, it will be Golden Boy Stefan T. Benson versus AJ Styles.
Oh, I can't wait for that battle.
Guys, I don't really play too many video games, but I think this is a really big deal to be able to surpass this level and face AJ Styles
It's
tonight.
AJ Styles, and it's $1 million on the line. You don't need to play video games to know that this is going to be the ultimate battle in 2K19.
All those years of Stefan growing up playing video games in his basement or at his friend's house, when they're saying, get out and do something with your life, tonight is a chance for him to win $1 million in the greatest video game on earth, WWE 2K19 against AJ Styles. What a dream moment for the Golden Voice. I'm excited to watch how it all plays out.
You don't know the first thing about Stefan.
Well, this is going to be a huge
Golden
experience
Voice.
for Stefan and AJ Styles. And speaking of experiences, it is going to be a huge one tonight when the Velveteen Dream defends the North American Championship against the versatile Matt Riddle. Tonight they battle for not only the gold, but the spotlight that comes along with it.
NXT's Prince without the crown.
Whoever wins this tournament, you get to challenge a champion of your choice.
Nothing could stop Velveteen Dream, and his next experience could be one that puts gold around his waist.
The Dream wants you.
February 20th, NXT Full Sail University. It was all but a dream.
Purple Rainmaker!
You should see me in the
Another reign begins!
there's nothing to
The Velveteen Dream is your new NXT North American champion.
Bro, I want to get a closer look at that North American Championship.
The Dream is not your bro. Here's a reminder, the spotlight belongs to me.
When he won the North American Championship, I saw my opportunity.
What have you done to get the Dream's attention?
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist because he loves to be in the spotlight, and he knows if he's in the ring with me, he's in the biggest spotlight of them all.
The Dream just had to know what's all the hype about. So the Dream came. Front row and center. And Matt, you didn't disappoint the Dream. No, you did not. That's why the Dream gave you the biggest highlight of your NXT career. Dream said your name.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the man who gets to journey to take over New York to face your Velveteen Dream, Matthew Riddle.
You know, he might be a dream, but I think the bro is his nightmare. I want to beat the best in the world, and Dream is one of the best in the world, but he's not the best in the world. I think he can be better, and he's focused too much on the experience.
Matt Riddle, you are a poser because you want to pose with the Velveteen Dream's North American Championship, and that was not a pose. At best, Photoshop. Take over New York. The original bro finds himself looking up, no, not at the bright lights of New York City, but the spotlight that is the NXT North American Champion.
I'm going to be the one with my hand raised, wearing the crown as the North American Champion.
Dream.
So Dream did call Matt Riddle a poser, but then again, he also said his name after his victory over Kona Reeves, which he perceives as a huge compliment. So how does Dream really feel about his opponent?
Well, I mean, I don't know how Dream feels about his opponent. I know how I feel about Dream and how I feel about Dream's opponent. Look, all we've done is watch Dream prosper in situations like this. This is the takeover before WrestleMania. Matt Riddle has never experienced this type of an audience. He's never been in front of this many eyes, and he's never worked on this level. He's gotten handed everything that he's gotten since getting here. Yeah, absolutely. He's gotten handed everything. He went straight to TakeOver, straight to TV. Now he's going straight to a North American Championship opportunity. He is going to choke tonight in front of all these people. He's just never
What a
been
wild statement that is. Matt Riddle, I watch his chronicle on WWE.com, on the WWE Network. He's traveled down to Orlando with his beautiful family. Matt Riddle has had to earn everything from the first time he stepped in the ring.
He's been here for 8 months.
Yeah, but when first time he stepped in the ring, before he got here, he was laughed at. He was joking. All these things. Now all he's done is become undefeated in NXT. And tonight he's taking shots at Brock Lesnar and publicly he said, I want to retire him. I understand Velveteen Dream makes these big moments monstrous and he takes over everything. But Matt Riddle is a different animal. He is the original bro.
That doesn't mean anything. And how about if you've got a North American Championship opportunity at an NXT TakeOver that's on WrestleMania weekend, you're not on Twitter talking about Brock Lesnar. Maybe focus on the task at hand. Pat, you're an athlete. You've been to a Super Bowl, haven't you?
Yep.
You know what it's like to be in front of the ultimate audience for your given sport. How'd you do in the Super Bowl?
I did average. I mean, I
did you win or lose? That's how I count it.
Well, Drew Brees and his baby ended up celebrating. They beat us.
Did you win or did you lose?
We lost, and I was a little nervous going into
Pat, same thing that happened to you is going to happen to Matt Riddle tonight at TakeOver. Mark my words, and you're going to be so mad at me when it turns out that I'm right and Matt Riddle chokes.
No way. Matt Riddle's ready for the big moment.
Matt Riddle has done a nice job of accomplishing everything. Accomplishing the things that he said he's set forth to do in NXT.
Velveteen Dream has stolen TakeOver after TakeOver.
He
Well,
has.
it should
I
be
agree.
a good match then tonight.
But he hasn't won. He hasn't won every single time.
Well, we
he won
have a lot of other good matches
takeover.
that we want to discuss tonight. Also, the NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler will be putting her title on the line tonight in a fatal 4-way match. She's against 3 other competitors, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Kairi Sane, who are all hell-bent in taking down the Queen of Spades, along with her reign of terror in this heated fatal 4-way.
I want you to take a look at this championship. Really look at it. Look at it. Get in on this. Zoom in on this. Look at this title. This is the NXT Women's Championship, held by the most dominant force this business has ever seen.
Shayna Baszler's a scary good champion.
I'm so dominant they had to stop giving me one-on-one matches to defend this, and they're throwing 3 at me now. I don't care if it's Kairi, Bianca, or Io. I'm ready for TakeOver New York.
Girl.
Kara for the clutch.
I'm not gonna focus on the past.
Bianca Belair no longer undefeated.
I'm focusing on the present.
Take those mental shackles off and throw them away. You gotta get them out of your mind.
Being undefeated is a mindset. You got Jessamine and Marina who have Shayna's back. Io and Kairi are best friends, and all I have is me, myself, and I. But that's all I'm gonna need to get the NXT Women's Championship. Because I'm undefeated.
Io and I both want the NXT Women's Championship.
It's a revelation for so long. Your focus has been taken away. Now you're breaking away.
It's the genius of the sky. Io Shirai going to be the new NXT Women's Champion.
I will fly higher than ever as champion. If we need to, we will fight against each other.
They may think they know you, but it's an education. No, they can't control you once you've broken away.
The NXT Women's title is the ultimate treasure.
Will Kairi Sane become a 2-time NXT Women's Champion?
That's enough already now.
I've heard it all before. Every word, every threat, every broken promise from everybody in that locker room.
Baszler doing her best to silence everyone in the NXT Women's division.
The problem is, they picked 3 wild animals. And this?
Bianca Belair is going to walk out the next NXT Women's Champion.
This is just the piece of red meat I need to hang in front of them.
I have been champion before,
What happens when you hang a piece of red meat in front of a pack of wild animals?
but they've seen nothing yet.
I'm gonna sit back and watch them tear each other apart for this.
I am ready to take over.
While you hear, and still, NXT Women's Champion.
I cannot wait for this match. Charlie, I apologize for jumping in here.
It's all right.
I just have to take a trip back to the last takeover, okay? Blip, 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 blip. Little time machine back.
What's that?
Bianca Belair is yet again in another just huge match here at another NXT takeover in the middle of New York City, just WrestleMania weekend. And Sam, the last time this happened at Royal Rumble weekend, you had some things to say. I was wondering if you had anything to say about Bianca Belair being back in the spotlight here.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was proven right at the Royal Rumble weekend when I said what I said. Nothing that I said was wrong then. And even today, I think Bianca Belair deserves to be in this match.
Okay,
she's
all right. He said it.
She's one of she's one of the top 4 women in NXT. That wasn't the conversation we had last time. Regardless of what happened last time, I think tonight's going to be a hell of a match. These are the top 4 women in NXT competing for the NXT Women's Championship. It's exactly what you want out of a TakeOver match.
I agree. TakeOver's where the best get to shine in front of all of the NXT universe. Is it possible to beat Shayna? I'm not sure. I'm excited to watch the friendship possibly turn too.
Well, here's one thing that we have to think about. Shayna has been ultra dominant, but tonight she does not need to be pinned or submitted to lose her title. So how big is that going to factor in?
Well, I mean, I think it'll factor in huge. You ask, can anybody beat Shayna Baszler? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe they don't have to beat Shayna Baszler tonight, but at the same time, you're talking about a no disqualification scenario, which means not only can Shayna Baszler use all of her God-given talents, but she can use any trick that she has up her sleeve.
Well, and Kairi and Io too, they're best friends. Are they gonna be able to come together, or that sense of gold kind of drive them apart? I mean, this is a championship match in New York City. This is going to be an incredible fatal four-way.
Yeah.
A lot of competition tonight. There is a lot on the line. We have a big TakeOver event going down right here in the Barclays Center, which right now is getting packed by the NXT Universe. We are expecting a sold-out crowd tonight. More than 13,000 people will be in here by showtime. And NXT TakeOver New York is brought to you by DAZN. Stream over 100 fight nights a year. Sign up now at DAZN.com. And here and ready for battle, the WWE United Kingdom champion of nearly 700 days, the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, and he knows his challenger Walter will present his toughest challenge to date.
Wow.
Walter is one of Europe's most destructive heavyweights, and tonight he aims to start a new era in NXT by punishing the longtime champion Dunne. So who will it be that walks away with the UK gold? The reigning champion who demanded this match against Walter, or the 6'4", 300+ pound Austrian anomaly?
Since May of 2017 at TakeOver Chicago, one thing has remained the same.
WWE United Kingdom champion! Pete Dunne has been an absolutely dominant United Kingdom champion. Better end! Oh! Danny Burch has the tap. Pete Dunne retains. The fingers being bent back. Joe Coffey taps out. The legend of Bruiserweight continues to grow. Closing in on nearly 700 days.
I am still the WWE United Kingdom champion.
Still, your champion is the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. It's him! It's Walter! What does this mean for Pete Dunne and his hold on the WWE United Kingdom title?
This man punishes you. He's so precise and so violent.
Walter, einer der besten der Welt, aber alle. Superstars have titles in Germany, England, and Ireland. He has brought that dominance here to NXT UK. There's a new man in town, and his name is Walter.
Give me Walter.
What a championship match. One man clearly has his sights on that title.
I'll be bringing my own tonight. Nothing's gonna stop me now. This whole place is gonna be mine. I'm gonna run this town.
I am the Bruiserweight, and NXT UK belongs to me. And the WWE United Kingdom Championship is and always will be mine. Peter. Deine Zeit ist abgelaufen. Your time is up. And in New York City, the reign of the Bruiserweight will end.
because this title is mine.
European wrestling has been waiting. The world has been waiting. Walter first done.
And joining us now to help break down the UK Championship matches, the NXT UK voice himself, Vic Joseph, who actually has been watching the situation unfold very closely.
Yeah, it's very nice to join you guys. First and foremost, you smell phenomenal for being on an RV, and you've got some hot takes so far tonight.
I'm just
throwing that out there.
I don't know.
But yeah, you know, this is amazing for all of us with NXT UK. I mean, to be here at TakeOver tonight in New York, part of a WrestleMania weekend. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger. This is the biggest championship match in NXT UK history.
That's a great comment, because that's the way people are perceiving this. I mean, I look at this, and I look at Walter as maybe the greatest threat that Pete Dunne's championship has had, but why do I feel that way? Why is Walter, we've barely seen anything from him, and we're acting like this is the greatest threat? Who is this guy?
Well, you know, when it comes to Walter, it's his mere presence. When he walks into an arena, when he walks into the ring, what he demands from the NXT UK universe, from his opponents. I mean, in the short time we've seen him here, he interrupted Pete Dunne at NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool. Oh. He put his hand through the chest of Jack Starz in his debut match. I mean, it's his strength, it's everything about him, it's his aura. That's what Walter is about.
How did he end up in this match?
He was demanded by Pete Dunne. I mean, Pete Dunne was basically disrespected, if you think about it, at the end of Blackpool, at the end of UK TakeOver in Blackpool. The man has been champion 685 days, longer than Brock Lesnar held the Universal title. AJ Styles' historic reign as WWE champion. Wow. Even throw in Asuka's reign as NXT Women's champion. He surpassed it at the end of the biggest night in our history at that point. Walter comes out and stands in the ring and demands the respect and the attention.
So is Pete Dunne crazy for demanding this match?
No, Pete Dunne has been one of the pillars, has been one of the standouts, has been NXT UK since day one. He wants to beat the best and continue to prove he is the best. And we have a championship match tonight. It's going to be amazing.
I seen Walter backstage at catering. I think Pete Dunne might be a bit of a dummy here for calling this guy out, but that's neither here nor there in my eyes.
He may be a dummy. You may be right. But historically, you're right. I mean, you talk about title reigns. He's on the list with Hogan, Bruno, Pedro Morales.
Wow.
I mean, it's incredible what Pete Dunne has done.
Can I ask something while we have Vic here? Best friend of yours, Johnny Gargano, tonight. How do you think he's going to do?
It's a big night for Johnny. Hopefully, you know, he is one of my friends. I hope he wins the championship. And I had breakfast with him today, and he told me he woke up feeling dangerous.
Let's go.
Whoa, feeling dangerous. Well, Vic, we know that you have a busy night tonight calling the UK Championship match, so thank you so much for joining us here.
I appreciate you guys letting me come and hang out.
We'll let you go and get ready.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we have a lot of other matches to discuss tonight. The tag team titles, they are up for grabs tonight. It is the champion War Raiders defending the crown against the Fast and Furious duo of Ricochet and Aleister Black, who have made quite the pair as of late.
It's the return of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Get a dream, hold up to it, and shoot for the sky.
Ricochet and Aleister, we're gonna win the Dusty Classic.
The winners will challenge the War Raiders for the tag team titles at TakeOver New York.
Unpredictable. One flies.
We need an air traffic controller here to kick things off.
One strikes.
Black Mass! Ricochet and Aleister Black advance to the final!
And everyone else will fade to black.
The following contest is the final round of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Tournament.
Oh, Black Mass! 630 by Ricochet! Ricochet and Aleister Black win the Dusty Cup! And together, they will challenge War Raiders for the NXT Tag Team titles at TakeOver.
Wait a second.
A message to our opponents. TakeOver New York.
Ooh. The War Raiders are dismantling their opponents.
Rowan Hanson pillaging their opposition. Oh!
Bring out the next team.
Rowan Hanson continuing to wreak havoc.
Aleister Black and Ricochet.
None of you are ready!
The tag team titles on the line. We're ready.
War Raiders, as much as we respect you, all bets are off at TakeOver. You talk about a clash of styles! War Raiders! Nothing stops the raid. Aleister Black and Ricochet! This is destiny choosing us.
We are coming for the gold.
A tag team match tailor-made for TakeOver New York!
Gentlemen, who would you say has the edge in this match?
Let me lead off with this one here, Sam, shall we? I lived in an RV the last 6 days. There's a couple road codes, okay? You don't deuce on the RV. You're nice to everybody. You pick up what you put down. It's kind of like the golden rule. And I got a chance to read the Viking code, which is what the War Raiders are earlier today. Rule number 1 is thou shalt not lose to two dudes that aren't an actual tag team. War Raiders are in a heavy advantage tonight because they are a coherent unit and they've been great champions here at NXT during their reign.
That statement is about as stupid as your composition notebook camouflage jacket.
All right.
Not a real team. They wrestled for the Raw Tag Team Championships on Monday. Okay. They're competing for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Tonight, they're competing for the NXT Tag Team Championships. They won the Dusty Cup. They're as real a tag team as it gets. The only question is, do they have enough to focus?
That's what I'm saying. This is the Super Bowl.
That's not what you said.
Well, the King Ricochet and Aleister Black have 3 matches Super Bowl week. I don't know how they can keep up with the team that thinks they're Vikings, War Raiders, and the whole thing they got going on.
Well, guys, I talked to Aleister Black and Ricochet earlier today, actually. They said that they're not afraid of the War Raiders. They have the utmost respect for one another as competitors and teammates, and that is why tonight they are going to come out on top. Now, who better than to help analyze this match than former tag team champs, the Undisputed Era, who are standing by with Sarah Schreiber.
I am backstage with Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era.
Shock the system.
New shorts are sick. Looking good.
Gentlemen,
Ask away. Yes, I do.
Tonight has a potential to be a historic evening for...
Potential. Say a bad word. What is potential? Sarah, I'm confused.
Have you mistaken us for the kind of men who operate in a world of potential? I mean, as far as we're concerned, the outcome of tonight is a foregone conclusion, and that is Adam Cole leaves NXT TakeOver New York. Your next NXT champion.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Come on,
listen up.
Ask away.
Okay, try again, Sarah. Try again.
So with his NXT Championship title opportunity, did you give him any advice?
0 for 2. Oh, just like Johnny will Just be like tonight. Johnny will be tonight. Yeah, advice. Well, you did tell him something, didn't you, Bob?
Sarah, the only piece of advice I gave Adam Cole, and this is all he needs to hear, is, hey, Adam, go out there and be Adam Cole. Because honestly, that's all we need him to be, is Adam Cole.
Think of everything Adam Cole has accomplished since taking over NXT. Now, what if I told you that I have never seen a more focused, motivated,
Are you listening,
or
Sarah?
determined
Did you
Adam
hear my
Cole
man?
in my life? Now, if you're Johnny Gargano, that is a scary, scary image to behold.
Terrifying.
Johnny
likes to say he's
feeling dangerous,
but Adam Cole
is dangerous.
Get a life, Johnny Gargano.
Exactly, please. And when Adam Cole wins the NXT Championship tonight, it begins the era of the Undisputed Era. And NXT changes forever. Forever.
And that
Literally.
era ends with the entire crew draped in gold.
Gold. And Sarah,
Gold.
that is undisputed.
Gold.
Let's go, boys.
I don't care who I have to beat, I am reclaiming everything they have tried to take from me.
Undeserving?
I'm about to show you how deserving I am. I'm going to embarrass and humiliate Charlotte and Becky on the grandest stage of them all.
For the first time in 35 years, our women will be the main event of WrestleMania. It's winner take all.
WrestleMania, streaming live on WWE Network. This Sunday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
We are less than 30 minutes away from TakeOver New York, going live on the WWE Network here on this WrestleMania weekend. 13,000 members of the NXT Universe packing into this place for showtime. An NXT TakeOver New York pre-show is presented to you by WWE 2K19 $1 Million Challenge. Win the challenge, beat AJ Styles, become a millionaire. And tonight is the culmination of the WWE 2K19 $1 Million Challenge. We will have the Golden Boy, Stefan T. Benson, going up against AJ Styles. All right, and this is really something else. We had players from all over the world participating in this competition after completing the extremely difficult AJ Styles $1 Million Tower game mode. Winners recorded videos of why they have what it takes to beat AJ Styles. So then we had 4 finalists who were chosen. They were flown in here to New York City for WrestleMania weekend. And then earlier today at Access, the 4 finalists competed in a mini tournament to find out who would go on to face AJ Styles for the chance to win $1 million.
I tried the AJ Styles $1 Million Tower at home. I did not get very far. I was not a finalist, not even close. These guys have a tremendous skill at this game.
Yeah, I think you have to be great. I mean, there's $1 million on the line. This could be an insane evening for the Golden Voice. He had to battle against the other 3 competitors earlier today at Access. There he is, celebrating hard. And now AJ Styles is going to have to show us if he's phenomenal or not with 7 figures on the line.
Well,
all right, what do you say we get things going? Let's get the $1 Million Challenge started.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Corey Graves.
What's up, TakeOver? You can do better than that. What is up, TakeOver? Welcome to the finals of the WWE 2K19 $1 Million Challenge. In just a few short minutes, somebody's going to have the opportunity to become a millionaire for winning a video game. It's nuts, I know, but I didn't want to have all this fun by myself, so I brought a friend. You guys may know him as 1/3 of the New Day. You may know him from Up, Up, Down, Down as Austin Creed, but I know you know him as Xavier Woods.
It's a new day, yes it is.
What's going on? I think this will be the first takeover I'm at where I'm not getting beat up by Rusev. It's a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the WWE 2K19 $1 Million Challenge was first issued by one AJ Styles in June of 2018. He challenged the world saying that no one could beat him in this game, and if you could, you would win $1 million. And all you had to do was go pick up a copy of the game and defeat every single WWE superstar in the $1 Million Tower. Then make a video explaining why you should be a part of this tournament. Then the powers that be picked a couple of people. They have a tournament, then the last man or woman standing would face AJ Styles. So earlier today at Access, we had 4 contestants. We whittled it down to 1 contestant, and that person is here right now to try to win $1 million. Or Will AJ Styles send them home with nothing?
You can't go back to your mom's basement with empty pockets, can you?
You really got to get over this thing.
I struck a nerve.
Exactly.
I struck a nerve.
We play games, Graves. You guys got to get over it. Who in here loves video games? Thank you, see? So without further ado, let us meet the contestant.
He is known to some as the Golden Voice. We know him as Stefan T. Benson. Notice the Miz's entrance music. Miz was the WWE Superstar coach for Mr. Golden Voice, whereas everything about Miz is must-see. This is kind of just can't unsee. He's got guts, we'll give him that.
I say drink it in. The man is gold from head to toe. Now,
come on, people!
He's got
it's
some
Brooklyn,
charisma.
man, they're tough.
It's fine.
Trust me, I know. Now, let's meet the man who stands in his way of $1 million. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles!
I don't have any gloves on, but we're going to do this anyway.
You guys ready to engage in some video game combat?
I am.
I'm ready to take him to Suplex
He doesn't
City.
look like he's ready.
He looks
but I'm
ready
ready
for something. I don't know what exactly that is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Golden Voice, I think they want AJ to beat you.
Oh, that's a shame. Because I'm taking him to Suplex City, and that's all that's going to be said. There's nothing you could do to beat me. I told you at Access, I was destroying you, and you can boo me all you want, because guess what? When I win that $1 million, I can buy and sell each and every one of you over and again. Bring me the booze, I love it, because I'm here and you're not.
Come on, Brooklyn, show this man what you got.
Come on.
Well, I mean, I hope he hasn't been part-time playing like the character he's going to play with. Otherwise, I'm going to wax you.
Well, the difference is he's a champion and you're not.
Oh. The difference is I'm here 365 days out of the week in WWE, and he's not.
When he's that amazing, he doesn't need to be here like that. You do, because you got to work your way up to get a championship again. You lost it, and you haven't been the same since, and you never will be. And when Randy Orton faces you at WrestleMania, it's going to be an RKO. No phenomenal.
All right, anybody else getting bored?
Guys, before it gets too heated, let's go over the rules.
That's good, because I was thinking about shoving that microphone.
Whoa, what?
I'm going to do this just for your own safety.
Check it out. We're going to move to this side, because we got to read the screen too. All right. The rules are as follows. You have to win by pinfall or submission.
Only.
We had a ring break earlier and had to do another match. No countouts or disqualifications.
Big guy with a 93.
10-minute time limit, and in the event of a time limit draw, the winner will be determined by the player who has the most health remaining. Gentlemen, do you understand the rules? I know you do, Golden Hat. You've been playing this for like the last year.
Yes, sir.
AJ, you ready?
Got it.
If you guys think the Golden Voice is going to win, make some noise.
It's still noise.
If you guys think AJ Styles is going to win, make some noise.
The following contest is a no disqualification match. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at
Mr. Golden Voice, what's your strategy going into this matchup?
I promised him once, Suplex City. And then an F5, and if he gets back up, I'll break his arm with a Kimura.
Guy's got a plan. Mr. Styles, you have a game plan?
Win. That's pretty simple.
That's effective.
That's all I got to do. All I got to do is win here.
That's it.
It's pretty easy.
The thing is, if you win though, no one gets the money.
Yeah.
It just disappears.
That's all right with me. I'm good with that. Just as long as this guy doesn't get it.
Honestly, I would actually love to see this match at a takeover.
What, me and Golden Hat?
That too.
Okay. All right. Jeez. Bring the good guy out. Look at that sexy beast. Oh, I'm the champ in this one too. How about that?
Oh, it's outdated, so you should fix it.
Don't worry about it. That's Kofi's tune. Don't worry about it.
It's Kofi's fault.
You may be phenomenal.
Mr. Benson, let me ask you, approximately how long did it take you to get to this point in WWE 2K19?
Not too long. Probably took about a day and a half, if that, to win the challenge. And then I submitted my video. And here I am standing here today on TakeOver, one of the grandest stages.
Brooklyn, does anybody else have a problem with a guy working for a day and a half and maybe becoming a millionaire? It doesn't seem fair to me. Make me a promise. Make everyone in Brooklyn a promise. Make yourself and AJ Styles a promise. If you win $1 million, you gotta get yourself a new wardrobe.
I'll buy you a new wardrobe.
Oh. He is quick.
All right, here we go. AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar.
Woo. Oh, wait, come on, man. I was in the ropes. What's wrong with you?
Come on, Styles.
Uh-oh. I feel like this is a rerun or something. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I was about, come on, man.
Whose PlayStation is this?
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
This is,
I think AJ
seems familiar.
Batteries are dead or
I
something.
think AJ needs a little help. I think he needs a little help.
Oh, no, you want this all-expense-paid trip, all the bells and whistles. You got it, baby.
Well,
come on, Brooklyn. Count with me.
Hey, AJ, this ain't even right.
Okay,
man.
yeah, this is
maybe like a little.
This is what happened last time, and that was perfectly fine.
AJ.
All right, sooner or later,
You
I'm
can
going to do
chant all
something.
you want. It's not going to do him any good. And another. And
Well,
guess what, Brooklyn? This is not a prediction. It's a spoiler. Oh!
Yes! Yes!
There we go.
Now it's turning around. Yeah, I'm riding up, baby. Uh-oh, that took too long. Don't.
Oh,
Come on,
really?
man. Okay. Jeez. Golly. This guy's, it's pretty good.
No. How about this? I got a present for you. Powerbomb City. Go ahead, Brooklyn, boo me. I want those moves.
Man.
Bring them on. You're quiet. That's right. Stay quiet.
Stephon T. Benson has managed to silence Barclays Center with his
I don't
video
know what
game
to do
play.
here, guys.
F5.
I may be going to sleep here.
And he wins $1 million. Be happy for that, yeah.
Well, now you can do something else in your mom's basement.
Hey, You're looking at the winner, the golden voice of sports entertainment, Stephon Benson, here live in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm doing it big, baby. Unmatched, unbeaten. They couldn't see me. I took them to Suplex City. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can stop me.
We all know the reason for this, right?
Congratulations, Stephon.
Thank you.
The winner of $1 million in the WWE 2K Challenge. And Brooklyn, let them know what you think.
I could still suck, but I'm still rich, unlike all of you.
He's a heel, folks.
You're looking at the best, baby. He may be phenomenal, but I'm golden.
All right, guys. Well,
it is here that dreams can become realities.
Bite my tongue, bite my time, wearing a warning sign. Wait till the world is mine. You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna win this town.
Johnny Gargano against Adam Cole. The winner will walk into the history books as the new NXT champion.
NXT TakeOver New York. Streaming live on WWE Network. Tonight, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
It's not the future, it's the now. There's something special about the atmosphere.
Once again, NXT tore it down as they always do. And I got news for you, they are going to light the place on fire.
Triple H made the announcement earlier this week. What you're listening to is Slipknot's All Out Life, the new official theme song of NXT. We are less than 10 minutes away from going live on the WWE Network with NXT TakeOver. Alongside us will be more than 13,000 members of the NXT universe, all packing inside the sold-out Barclays Center. Wow, NXT TakeOver New York is going to be epic. There is so much going on this weekend. We are kicking off WrestleMania weekend. Not only is NXT TakeOver going down tonight, but on Sunday, it is the show of shows, WrestleMania, coming to you live from MetLife Stadium. And there is only one place, I repeat, one place to catch all of the action. That's on the WWE Network. So if you haven't already, now is the time. Go to WWENetwork.com, sign up, and you can start your free trial. Wow. What are you
That's
waiting
why
for?
now is the time, because it's free for new subscribers. You get access to all of WrestleMania weekend. That means TakeOver tonight with Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole.
Free!
That means the Hall of Fame tomorrow, where you're going to see D-Generation X, you're going to see Harlem Heat, you're going to see the Hart Foundation, the Honky Tonk Man, all going into the Hall.
Free!
Yeah, and it means Sunday night WrestleMania, the greatest spectacle in all of sports and entertainment, where you will get to see the women of the WWE main event for the very first time. Pat, how much does that cost?
That costs you nothing. That's free.
Yeah.
It's free.
Free
That's
for new
insane.
subscribers.
F-R-E-E, free, not one penny.
You spelled it.
Yeah, I don't know what anyone is waiting for. Head on over to WWNetwork.com and sign up right now. Get your free trial. Do not wait another second. We have a lot going down tonight at NXT TakeOver. There will be history being made when a new champion is crowned. Johnny Gargano is going to do battle with Adam Cole in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the vacated title. Two decorated superstars with entirely different journeys getting them to this very moment.
I was going to stand out here tonight and announce the main event of NXT TakeOver New York. Johnny Gargano and the NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa. Reality has made that match an impossibility. For Tommaso Ciampa, reality has dictated that he need neck surgery and has had to relinquish the NXT championship. The beautiful part of NXT is that when one dream ends, another dream begins. The dream continues on for Johnny Gargano as he goes to New York City to compete for the NXT Championship. But against who?
There's only one man who should headline NXT TakeOver, who has earned his right to become NXT champion.
It is a fatal five-way match to determine who will challenge Johnny Gargano for the now vacant NXT Championship and NXT TakeOver New York.
There's only one man who deserves to rule the world, and that man is Adam Cole, baby.
Ricochet on the cusp of going to the Big Apple. Last shot by Adam Cole. He gets the next shot and the NXT title in the main event of TakeOver New York in a 2 out of 3 falls mega main event.
I had to show not just NXT, but all of WWE that Adam Cole is once again deserving of the NXT Championship.
The name Adam Cole speaks for itself. The big difference between me and him is he's hungry, but I'm starving.
I've said my path ends with me becoming NXT champion. And now with Tommaso out, my path to the NXT championship goes through you.
I let a monster become NXT champion once. Can't let it happen again.
So Adam Cole, I'm gonna show you why. They call me Johnny Takeover, baby!
Are you kidding me? Johnny Takeover.
You haven't necessarily been in the old winner's circle when it comes to TakeOver.
Johnny has not earned the right of the name Johnny Takeover. Not even close.
My debut in the Barclays Center, the first ever NXT North American champion, the first ever War Games match, and I did it at TakeOver. Johnny participation cannot beat Adam Cole 2 out of 3 falls.
If I had his road, if I had his path here, I'd be a different person. I don't want that. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I've done to get here.
I'm gonna prepare for this 2 out of 3 falls match the exact same way I prepare for every other match that I have. That's to win. Prepare. I'm gonna do what I always do, that's be the best.
To prepare for this match, without a shadow of a doubt, the biggest match of my life, I need to go back to my roots. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go to Cleveland. I'm gonna remember why I love this.
I wouldn't change a thing about these past 4 years because it's made me appreciate where I'm going. And where I'm going is the main event of TakeOver New York.
Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, the big money match.
Johnny Gargano, you're in for a war.
And as long as my heart's still beating, I will not stop.
You ever heard of the term strength in numbers before? You will never become the NXT champion. That title belongs to me.
I will fight to make my dream come true.
Adam Cole,
Johnny Wrestling,
will be the NXT
champion.
And that's undisputed.
I will do whatever it takes to finally have my moment.
All right, so something that sticks out in I think a lot of people's minds is several weeks ago, Ricochet said, if you face one member of the Undisputed Era, you're really facing all 4. And Cole once again indicated this recently. So tonight, will Cole be fighting his own battle?
Well, of course Cole will be fighting his own battle. I mean, if Johnny Gargano had friends, they would be watching his back too. But for whatever reason he doesn't, I mean, look at what you've got here. You've got a situation where Johnny Gargano, he doesn't have friends because Tommaso Ciampa left him an emotional mess. Over the last 2 years, we've seen 4 different versions of Johnny Gargano, right? This whole story, it changed Tommaso Ciampa, and he ended up being the champion. Gargano's changed over and over and over again. He's won nothing. You know how many takeovers he's won in the last year? 1. Uno, 1.
So he's not shut out.
He's won 1 takeover, and he's calling himself Johnny Takeover. Look, he's been carried to main events. Realistically, he's been carried to main events by Tommaso Ciampa, including this one. The reason he's in this main event is because he was supposed to be facing Tommaso Ciampa. Let me ask you this.
That's a wild
If he ends up losing again tonight, which isn't exactly a stretch, what does he do after this? If he's got no title and Tommaso Ciampa isn't there to carry him to another main event, what does Johnny Gargano do?
I don't think Johnny Gargano loses tonight. Let me tell you why. When I look at Adam Cole in that piece, I see a little silhouette of a man. He's a shell of himself.
What are you talking about? He's as confident as he's ever been.
No, it's all
a shell of himself is Johnny Gargano, who we don't even know who he is anymore. Look,
Adam
he's won
Cole
how many?
came out. Let me tell you, Adam Cole came out early this year, and he said, this is the year that the Undisputed Era is going to be dripping in gold. He made these massive predictions, and now
he's got an opportunity at the NXT Championship. Good point, Pat.
Yeah, but they've been stumbling into it, stumbling along. It's
Stumbling
a lot
on.
of pressure
You
to
see
be
the fatal
carrying on
four-way?
his shoulders. I think tonight is the night. Just like Bradley Cooper birthed Lady Gaga into being a star, Mrs. Wrestling, Johnny Wrestling's mom, birthed Johnny Wrestling for tonight. And a star will be born, and it's going to be Johnny Triple Crown. The first Triple Crown champion in NXT history will be tonight, whether it's Adam Cole or Johnny Wrestling. And I just feel that this is the moment Johnny Gargano is going to make the most of it. This is going to be his takeover, a moment that we'll remember forever for the kid from Cleveland.
Pat, he's had moment after moment to make that happen, right? This isn't exactly the first time he's had that opportunity. Lots of moments, he has not taken advantage of them. He has won once in the last year. He's got to win twice tonight. It's a 2 out of 3
Charlie,
falls
will you
match.
tell him, though, that your flaws and your fails, you learn this at Tony Robbins' thing. Whenever you fail, it only makes you stronger. Johnny Gargano has been hardened by this hard road that he's had to put through at TakeOver. Him and Tommaso Ciampa won through wars together. And now tonight, he gets a chance to really cement his legacy as the Triple Crown champion. And yesterday, he was outside, out front of this place, cutting a promo for the WWE Twitter. And he said, right to my face, through the Twitter, through my phone, it was, you get it. He said he will not let me down, and I believe him. I don't think Johnny Gargano is going to let
100 times.
No, but this time it looked like he was telling the truth, honestly. This is going to be the night that Johnny Gargano rises to a whole nother level all by himself and becomes Johnny Triple Crown.
Well, Pat, you brought up, his path that he's been on, and this is something the two of them have discussed face to face. Their different journeys of getting here, one very different than the other. I mean, do the journeys really matter, though? I mean, you're saying it does, but does it?
No, I mean, look, they've both got journeys, but they don't matter. All that matters is tonight, and the fact that tonight we're going to see this 2 out of 3 falls match right in front of our face. Johnny Gargano has to not only beat a losing streak, he's got to win twice in order to be the Triple Crown that you want him to be. This is Adam Cole's destiny, and it's going to be undisputed, Pat.
No matter who it is, Johnny Gargano or Adam Cole, there will be a new NXT champion, a new man carrying around the championship, representing the hottest brand in sports entertainment. 2 out of 3 falls, couldn't see it going any other way. I can't wait to see Johnny Triple Crown come out tonight.
A new era of NXT is upon us. We are kicking off WrestleMania weekend in the best way we know how, right here with NXT TakeOver New York. Only one place to watch it, and that is on the WWE Network, so head on over and enjoy.
It is here that dreams can become realities.
Bite my tongue, bite my time, wearing a warning sign. Wait till the world is mine. You should see me in a crowd.